Hello, friends. How are you? How's things? I kind of have my voice back, but I'm sick. I did not escape the crud, the cruise crud, the con crud, the gathering of people crud, whatever you call it. If, when I go with places with other people, I usually end up sick, and it's just something that I accept as part of life. And I feel like it's been that way forever. Uh, Definitely since 2020, we talk about it a lot more as like a thing you should be cautious of or whatever. And that's fine, but I'm sick. Whatever. I actually am doing pretty okay with it. Malia, on the other hand, is doing very poorly. She's been kind of just laid up for 3 days, coughing and hacking. And I had like a sorish throat, but I thought it was from singing and being, drinking way too much and being a little bit crazy. Until last night. I was cooking dinner and I started to get that like pre fever feeling. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but for me, there's a feeling where I start to feel kind of hollow. I don't know how to explain that. And weak, like unnaturally weak throughout my entire body. And I know that's like pre fever weakness. And so last night I had trouble sleeping. I was fevered, but probably just a mild fever, probably like 100-degree fever, not like 102 or something. So it was a mild fever that kept me tossing and turning all night. I could not get comfortable. I could not stay, either cold or hot, whichever I needed. So I took the day off. It was one of those things that came on kind of suddenly, and I thought, oh, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to be trashed. Malia's having a whole lot of sinus issues. I am not. I can still breathe out of my nose. There's definitely some stuffiness, and I've blown my nose a few times today, but this is just one of the, it's a price that you pay, right? Or you assume the risk. And we talked a lot about how uh, in 2020, there was a lot of discussion about if everybody just stayed home for a week, it'd be fine. Yeah, but unfortunately, that's not realistic. Unfortunately, that's a very unrealistic thing, and that virus is going to be with us forever. Like we're going to have it multiple times throughout our lives. And it is what it is. If everybody stopped having sex for a week, we wouldn't have STDs anymore. Like there's just things burn out. But fact of the matter is, that's not how things work. That's not how the world works. And so choosing to go into public and choosing to put yourself at risk is a choice. And honestly, for me, I think a lot more about the consequences of getting behind the wheel of a car like that, or getting on my motorcycle for sure. Getting on my motorcycle is one of those things where I'm making a conscious decision to risk my life. Getting on a cruise ship with 3,000 people, I personally don't feel like a I'm risking my life, but I am risking my health, or at least my temporary health. Whether this, turns out to be something more, it could, and maybe I'm screwed. I don't know, but right now I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm doing pretty okay, and to be truthful, it's it's worth it, right? I mean, the week that I just had on a cruise ship with my best friends and favorite bands, it's totally worth it. I don't care. Like, yeah, I'm sick, whatever. I'll get over it, and we'll move on with life. Would I feel the same way if I was like in my 70s? Probably not. Then it would be a much more calculated risk. Whereas now, I feel like I'm still young enough and healthy enough that I can bounce back from most things. And, I'm not doing craziness like riding my motorcycle way too fast anymore. But getting on a cruise ship with a bunch of people and getting sick, yeah, I'm willing to pay that price. So I'm gonna go back to resting. I probably will end up taking tomorrow off as well if I still feel like this. I don't feel good, but I feel capable. I've been playing video games today. I've been reading. Like I can still do stuff. I'm just drained physically, and I have no appetite. So I've been just kind of feeding myself. Hopefully, all my friends that were on the ship did not end up with anything crazy. I have heard lots of reports of people that did end up with getting sick, and well, it is what it is. We all knew the risk. We all accepted the risk. Now we're paying for it. That's okay. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching this. I'm sorry there was nothing interesting here. But you stuck through it, so I appreciate you. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We are learning 16 harsh truths that make us stronger. Number 14, some friends will come and go. Many of your friends from one chapter of your life won't be there for future chapters, but some friends will stick. And these friends, the ones who transcend time and circumstance, who matters. I agree. I've had a lot of friends that have come and gone, and I feel bad about the ones that have gone, but I also accept that our lives went in different directions, and we just don't mesh well like we used to. And I love my current friends, and I will love them forever. But there's a good chance in the future that we won't be friends either. That's okay.